Hello and welcome to Segments with Mark and Amber. Segments is a comedy podcast where in each episode, Amber and I choose a topic and we talk about it in a variety of segments. My name is Mark, and with me, as always, is my sweetheart, Amber.
Hello.
See, that works because sometimes you're sweet, mostly sweet.
Yeah.
Well, but sometimes a little tart.
I'm a fan of the tart. I'm okay with being tarty.
Is it weird that I called my wife a bit of a tart? I'm not sure what that means.
I mean, we're only referencing tartness and candy.
That's exactly correct.
Because this is episode 32, and we're going to be talking about candy.
Candy. Yeah, John Candy. It's our John Candy fan cast.
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
He's my favorite candy. Also a weird thing to say.
Yes.
Okay. Well, already the fun-sized episode of Segments is off to a weird start.
It is off to a weird start. So originally this was going to be our end of October episode right before Halloween, and so it'd be perfect to be talking about candy.
Mm-hmm.
However, that was derailed by me having small surgery and recovering and not able to podcast for a few days. So now it's after the fact. We're just going to make it short and sweet.
Yeah,
fun-sized episode.
Short and sweet. I like that.
Yeah.
So the format of our fun-sized episode is we're going to do our top 3 candies.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that a little bit shorter. We want to find... Oh, I see.
I did the notes. Mark is just now reading them.
I apologize. So we're going to be talking about our top 3 candies that we want to find in our Halloween bucket.
Is that the way you did it?
I would. Yeah, if I had a Halloween bucket, I would be happy to have these candies in there.
Because there are candies you would never get for Halloween. So if you pick some of those, it doesn't work.
No, these will work.
Okay.
Also, I have created quite a candy quiz
I'm excited.
Pretty excited about. And as always, if you want to contact us or leave feedback, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at SegmentsCast, or shoot us an email at segmentscast@gmail.com.
Yes, so we do like to go over if we had any corrections or apologies from our previous episode. Our last episode, number 31, was all about our favorite Bible stories.
Which was very fun.
It
very
was.
Fun episode.
I really enjoyed it. So we did not have really specific corrections. I don't think we made any biblical errors. But we did have a couple people point out, which we'll read in just a moment, that we overlooked some of the most important Bible stories, like the story of Easter and the story of Christmas. But the episode was not our most important Bible stories.
Well done. Well said.
Just barely. It was our favorite Bible stories. No, of course. Of course, Easter and Christmas.
Those are our favorites.
Of course. We were just looking beyond the obvious.
Exactly.
So there you go.
We were assumed that those were 1 and 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
So our first feedback actually goes to the episode before Bible stories. It's our restaurants episode.
Way back. Okay. So Brian gave us some feedback, and he said it occurred to me. Wow. Man, it's been a while since we've been in the old podcasting seat, so I get back in the saddle here. It occurred to me today that I can't go to Arby's or Applebee's without thinking about you guys in your podcast. Well, Brian, thank you so much for that. I'm glad that we have somehow been associated with Arby's and Applebee's.
I also think about us when we go to Arby's or Applebee's.
I would never purposely go to Arby's.
It's so crazy. It's a whole nother genre of fast food. It's delightful.
Okay, well, good
finely shaved roast beef with that Arby's sauce.
Yeah.
So we have gone to Applebee's maybe even twice since the restaurants episode, and I for sure got my chicken fajita roll up, and it was great.
Here's something, Amber. We talked about how I often will get the exact same thing at restaurants. What did I get? Some sort of a brisket taco with some sort of a nice sauce on it.
Yeah, like a barbecue brisket taco or something like that. It was
fantastic. It might be my new go-to. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking we swing by there tomorrow after church.
Hey, there you go. So you went outside the box and you were well pleased.
And that will now be my one. Amber, what other feedback did we get?
Our friend of the show, Barb, said, great episode. Good VeggieTale memories. Yes, I'm sure she watched quite a few hours of VeggieTales with our kids when they were little. But for favorite Bible stories, you missed the 2 biggies. First, the Christmas story. Second, Easter.
Yeah, we get it. Thanks.
The Christmas story is her favorite. She said, my favorite, because it takes the whole month of December to celebrate. And the music associated with it is so glorious. That's true. Plus, it spawned the Hallmark movie channel, which I suppose the biblical story of Christmas did way down the line spawn the Hallmark Christmas channel.
If you follow it way back.
Yeah. Because remember, in Bethlehem, right next to the inn, was the struggling Jerusalem bookstore owner who brought in a handyman to repair her well, and sparks flew. That's the first Hallmark Christmas plot.
That's right. And Jonathan Taylor Thomas starred in he lived right there in Bethlehem.
JTT. She also said, in Easter, of course, because it's the whole reason for everything. True. And again, the music. Think of the music, she said, exclamation point. I can't think of any songs about axe heads or Uncle Laban. Those were our favorite stories. They didn't write songs about our favorite stories.
I took as a challenge.
Ooh.
And so I'm working on, an album, a seasonal album of songs about bear maulings, axe heads, Uncle Laban.
The Ballad of Laban.
Exactly. So awesome. Well, thanks, Barb, for the feedback. And it looks like she said one more thing. Actually, there are some great songs about Joseph. Mom, you are correct.
Ooh, there's
the entire musical, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, is amazing.
You know a lot about that musical.
Yeah, I was in it. I played Potiphar. Letting out a mighty roar.
Nice.
Potiphar burst through the... I was actually the one roaring, not singing that. That's the narrator's part.
Right.
Anywho, Brian said, I love it when Christ saves the repented murderer while he's hanging on the cross. He was at his physical end, literally in the act of being tortured to death, and still was saving a soul. All that other guy had to do was ask. So that is absolutely true. Thank you so much, Brian, for reminding us of the importance of that story.
Yeah, I like that line. All the other guy had to do was ask.
All the other guy had to do was
ask. Two guys, same situation, both at the end of their rope.
Yeah, so awesome. So thank you guys so much for your feedback.
Oh, I have another. I just didn't copy paste it.
Oh,
remember?
yeah, that's correct.
It was a copy paste fail. Friend of the show, Amy, said, I love this episode. The VeggieTales quiz was great. My favorite Bible story, that's a hard one. The two very obvious ones would be Jesus' birth or resurrection.
Yeah,
however, there's lots of great ones. I like the story of Mary and Martha, where Jesus tells Martha she needs to stop being so busy. I need to stop being so busy too. Also, Amen. I wanted you to see where I put my segment sticker, and she included a picture of the back of her car, which has lots of cool stickers on it, including Segments Podcast.
Man, that's
Yay!
awesome. Thanks,
representing
Amy.
us out in Maryland, I believe, right?
That's
Is
right.
that where they live?
Yeah. Represent.
So thank you. And yeah, that Mary and Martha story, that kind of gets to me too. Just makes so much sense to be a Martha.
Yeah.
Team Martha.
Team Martha. Hashtag Martha.
And Kathy Spalding on this also didn't copy paste. Don't be a flipper, she said. Bah ha ha. Because we were trying to figure out the story of Flibberaloo.
Flibberaloo. Yes. So good. So thank you guys all for your feedback. We appreciate you so very much. Amber, let's go right into what is making you happy right now.
What is making me happy is my distinct lack of a gallbladder.
Oh, so nice.
I had a persnickety gallbladder for well over a year and did not eat pizza for a very long time. Other fun things that I was not able to partake of. So I went through the surgery. Certainly a recovery process. It's only been about 2 weeks, but feel so much better already. Couldn't believe the muscle aches and pains that came from the surgery. Much worse than just healing from the laparoscopic incisions, but I'm back to where I can eat most things without feeling really sick to my stomach. Hooray!
Yeah, that's very exciting.
It's much more fun to talk about a candy episode. You know, I didn't eat any candy at Halloween.
Are
None.
you serious?
None.
Me neither.
Really?
No, I definitely ate plenty.
No, I might have had a piece, but it was real risky every time. You know, that's no fun.
Yeah, but I like it. Living life on the edge is kind of fun.
Yeah.
So what really kind of pushed us over the edge and was like, man, we just need to do it. It's because Amber and I are going to Israel in a couple months. And you know what would be terrible is having some sort of a gallbladder attack in Israel.
Yes. Who even knows what they do? I don't get to choose what kind of food they feed us. And that would be just terrible
be bad.
to
So now
be worried about that.
You're ready to go.
Well, plenty of time to be fully healed and back to normal by then.
That is great.
Yes. What's making you happy, Mark?
Well, Amber, what's making me happy is the snow. I am pro snow. As you know, we woke up, was it yesterday? yeah, I guess we woke up yesterday and there was a dusting of snow on the lawn, and I was very excited. Got me in the Christmas spirit. And then this morning I woke up and there's like 5 or 6 inches of snow.
Yes, well, more than a dusting.
Driveway. So I could have, shoveled or snow blowed, but instead I just didn't go anywhere today. I just stayed right at home.
And most of the snow on the pavement melted, so you're all good.
Life is good. So I don't know. It's just fun. I enjoy the snow. I'm not really a skier or a snowmobiler but I do like to look at it.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
I like that we have changing seasons.
I do too. So there you go. That's what's making me hamber.
What's making you hamber?
Yeah, that's what's making me happy right now, Amber. See? Segment 1. Top 3 candies.
Just a top 3,
That's
not
top
because
3.
we don't like more candies, but because this is a mini-sode.
It's a fun size episode.
All
right, Amber, I believe it's my turn to go first.
All right.
And I don't think you're going to guess my number 3, even if I gave you 100 guesses.
Whoa.
But let's try.
It's a challenge.
All right, number 1, go.
Oh,
100 guesses.
Necco wafers.
Dang it, you got it. Actually,
I was trying to think of something obscure.
Since this is a fun size episode, I'm just going to say it.
Okay.
It's Almond Joy.
Really? No, I would not have guessed that.
And what it is, I guess, would be that it has coconut in it.
And have you ever just had mounds?
I've heard, yeah, and I don't know. I don't know that I've ever had mounds. But I also like almonds because a bit of a health nut, and I want that. I want the protein. So
healthy energy there, healthy fat energy.
And it feels like, I don't have a lot of Almond Joys because you don't see a lot of them.
No, you really don't.
And I feel like the chocolate's a little bit different than you get in like a Snickers.
Is it dark chocolate, I wonder?
It might be dark chocolate.
I don't know.
It's a premium candy bar that is for very discerning tastes. And so that's my number 3.
So I feel like I've only ever had a fun size Almond Joy. Do they make them full size? Have you ever bought a full size Almond Joy candy bar?
Yeah.
Really?
And so what's cool about them is I believe that it's one of the candy bars that is kind of like the 100 grand, which was my runner-up candy bar.
What? I don't think I've ever eaten that.
Oh, it's so good.
How could that be a runner-up top 3?
Oh, man.
Does it have like pretzel in it or something?
No, it's gross. It's got crunch in it. It's got chocolate and crunch.
Huh.
And it comes in, you get 2 pieces.
Okay.
It's like it looks like a chocolate bar. You open it up. Oh, it's 2 pieces. There's 2 pieces.
Yeah, I've definitely never
there.
bought one of those.
So they're great. That's my number 3, Almond Joy.
It does sound great. I wish I could have one right now. I think that was when the kids were always happy to give up. Oh, dear.
Correct.
Coconut is an adult flavor.
Yes, it is. I love coconut. I love coconut donuts. I love coconut oil in my popcorn.
Yeah.
I love Almond Joy. I probably would love Mounds.
Probably.
I love... What else do you put coconut in? Seems like there's some sort of a cookie that has coconut in it. Well, that'd be good. If anybody knows about it, some sort of a coconut cookie, I'd be very interested in that.
Like a coconut macaroon or something? No.
Yeah.
Okay. My number 3 favorite candy is Reese's. The Reese's franchise.
Reese's Pieces?
No. That's the worst.
Whoa. Not the whole franchise.
Do you think they're related? Reese's Pieces and Reese's Pieces?
Well, yeah. Of course they're related.
I'm not sure they are.
What?
Because it doesn't taste the same. It's
Well, they're
just
different
Reese's
candies.
Pieces. It's like a peanut butter knockoff with like a weird candy coating. There's no chocolate. The peanut butter is not as candied and thick as it is in the other Reese's products. I don't know that they're related.
You think there's 2 Reese's companies making peanut butter candies?
Now that I said it, it does seem weird that they would both have the name Reese's.
Correct. Yeah,
But-
they're connected, Amber.
They just feel really different in my mind.
Okay, wow.
Why would you want the peanut butter without the chocolate? So the peanut butter cup is what you're going to get in your candy bag. But they make holiday Reese's. You can get Reese's trees and ghosts and eggs and that kind of thing. Those are very good as well. They don't have the traditional Reese's cup it's almost like firm on the edge where it's crimped. It's a firm chocolate. The ghosts and the trees don't have that. It's a soft chocolate.
Crimping.
So you kind of miss the crunch part.
Yeah.
But I like the Reese's Fast Break. Oh, that's real good. Reese's Nutrageous is a little too rageous for me.
That's interesting. I've never had these other things.
Oh, the Reese's Fast Break is that? Well, you might not like
Is it like a Kit Kat?
No, it's a tube like that.
Kit Kats aren't tubes.
No.
Wow.
It's nothing. It's nothing like a Kit Kat. It's a tube.
Wow. That does remind me of one of my other runners-up, Rolos. Did not make my list, but love Rolos.
Huh.
Because that comes in a tube, literally.
It is.
And it's a little individually wrapped.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. I do like caramel. I would never choose a Rolo.
Wow. Okay. All right. So you like the Reese's family of products?
Yeah.
I do too. Peanut butter and chocolate.
Yeah,
It's a classic.
Have you ever tried to make your own? Like you didn't have Reese's and you really wanted it, so you had some leftover Hershey milk chocolate bars from S'mores, and you tried to dip them in a jar of peanut butter. It is not the same.
No, I wouldn't imagine it is. No, I've not tried that.
Okay.
But I'm not normally looking for some sort of a taste explosion.
It's not even. It's just like a bland. It's not what you want it to be. It's not as bland as Reese's Pieces, but it's bland.
Okay. Well, that was Amber's number 3. My number 2, and this was rough to put this on my list because, well, it'll be made clear here, but somehow Skittles has wormed its way back into my life.
That's controversial right there.
Because Skittles, you remember, man, it must have been, I was working at Fox Brothers, and Skittles, they changed the green from lime, which was great, to green apple.
Yeah.
And I wasn't like furious. It didn't like ruin my day or anything, but I'm not the kind of person that complains.
No.
Or, I'm just kind of, go with the flow kind of a guy. But I wrote to Skittles, the Skittles company.
I love that.
And I said, why would you do that? Like the lime was such a perfect, combination with the rest of them.
You could lemon, it just makes sense.
You'd take a scoop, a handful of Skittles and drop them into your mouth, and it's just a wonderful flavor combination. And all of a sudden, now there's this sour apple? What? And I told them, this is what I said in my email, I will never buy Skittles again. And they said, well, we're sorry, sir, but our testing says that
Did they respond?
They said a lot of people really like the green apple.
Was it an email or a letter?
In an email.
Okay.
And that was all. And so for a long time, I did say nay, Skittles. I just love them so much. I just had to get them back.
So do you try to get a handful without green, or do you just power through?
I just embrace it. Often I do eat Skittles by a solitary color, though.
Ooh.
So I'll just I'm going to grab a couple of these purple ones.
Okay,
okay. And so it works. And after a while, you kind of get used to it. And truth be told, I just enjoy a bag of Skittles now, green apple.
Truth be told.
Or whatever. What have you. So there you go. My number 2, Skittles.
That's quite a story. I like it. My number 2 is also somewhat fruity, which I never would have put. You can thank my year-long gallbladder issues for this one, because a lot of fruit candy is fat-free, whereas chocolate candy has fat. And when you're dealing with gallbladder problems, you want it fat-free. So I ate a lot of Twizzlers, definitely not on my list. Twizzlers are just it's a nice car food. I don't know. That's not on my list. What is on my list is Sour Patch Kids. And not just Sour Patch Kids, but Sour Patch Kids Big.
Big ones.
Okay, this is a game changer.
The big boys.
Anybody out there who enjoys a Sour Patch but hasn't tried the Big Kids? I think they're called Big Kids. It is so good. It is just great. I think I would pick it over most chocolates if we were on a road trip or whatever.
Sometimes you just want to eat a big kid.
Yep, a big sour kid.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. Give me one of those Sour Patch Big Kids.
Yeah, it's kind of the length of maybe a Swedish fish, and it reminds me a little bit more of a Swedish fish consistency. Not quite as firm, but firmer than the regular kids.
Wow.
They're so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep your eye out for those. It is my number 2 favorite candy.
Wow, number 2. That's great. I love that. Big kids.
Very much.
My number 1 favorite candy that I would love to get in my Halloween bucket whatever it is, whatever my carrying device is,
Mm-hmm.
is, and I'm not sure they ever put these in Halloween buckets, cherry bites. You know, they're
Oh.
like licorice, but they're one step up. They're cherry and not strawberry,
Yeah.
I think. And I don't know what it is. They're these little nibs of goodness.
Yeah.
And they're red.
It's almost like 3 rolls hooked together or
It's
something.
like 3. I would never say that.
Like 3 little logs of stacked up hollow
Okay.
licorice logs.
But they're seared on the end.
Oh, they are? Is it closed?
Mm-hmm. They're crimped. all the
I like
best. All the best
all
candy
the
is
best
crimped.
candy is crimped. Gives you that little licorice crunch.
Yeah. So I don't know when I started eating these. I don't know why they kind of rose up to my favorite, but they're like, you would often, it's my birthday or it's in my Christmas stocking. There's a big old bag of cherry, what do we call them? Cherry bites.
Yeah.
In there, and they're just yummy. I don't know.
So
I'm not a big chocolate fan.
Yeah.
I mean, I eat a lot of chocolate.
Sure.
I'm not saying I don't like it.
Right.
But I'm more of a savory. Are they savory?
I don't think so.
No.
Fruit?
More of a
Sugar fruit?
more of a just. I don't want my sugar bogged down with chocolate.
Yeah. I hear you.
I don't know how to explain it. So anyway, I do like them big kids as well. So
Yeah, those are
it's
good.
kind of similar there.
So
but,
do you prefer the cherry bites to the strawberry Twizzlers?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I feel like it takes the flavor up to the next level.
I agree. But you're not usually one who likes high level flavor.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Oh, it's real good.
I like those too. I think those are also a good car food.
Yeah. Oh, they're a great car
Road
food.
trip-
So
road
my
trip
number
food.
1, Amber, cherry bites.
Nice. My number 1 favorite candy is Three Musketeers.
Oh,
So good.
that's so good. Do you know why it was called Three Musketeers?
I feel like it has to do with D'Artagnan.
What?
Is that the name of one of the musketeers?
Dadatarian?
I don't know.
Sagittarius.
Yes.
So it's called Three Musketeers because originally Three Musketeers, the inside had chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry inside of it.
No.
I read that today in
What?
preparation for a quiz.
Ooh, is that going to ruin one of the questions?
Nay.
So that seems crazy, like Neapolitan, like a Neapolitan candy bar.
Yes.
So, but there were Three Musketeers. I think one of them was named D'Artagnan, like
Yeah.
D apostrophe.
I thought it was Donatello. Donatello, Michelangelo,
Raphael.
and Raphael.
He was strawberry. So, yeah, Three Musketeer, I feel like is just really nice. It's just a pillowy chocolate nougat on the inside.
Is that what that is in the middle
Nougat.
there? It's a nougat?
Nougat, yeah. But it's not bogged down by any caramel or nuts or anything. So the fun size is kind of a bummer because it's such a quick little bite. But the full size Three Musketeer candy bars
See,
are
that
delish.
is interesting, right, Amber? Because that is against the grain of your norm.
That's
you
true.
want the flavor experience. You want your head blown off
Yeah,
by
you
flavor.
would think I would want Reese's Nutrageous because it
Mm-hmm.
has caramel and peanuts and nougat and chocolate and peanut butter, but I don't.
You want the simplicity of a little nougat and a little chocolate.
You're right. That is weird for me.
Mm-hmm.
But
Wow.
it never disappoints. For a while, they used to market it as like a low-fat candy bar too, which was nice, but I don't really.
No, it's not.
No.
I read
when you
that as well.
when you calculate your Weight Watchers points, it's still bad.
Yeah. Yeah. So last night I was at my friend Craig's house playing Star Wars Destiny as
Yes.
the new set Across the Galaxy came out, and I finished third in our draft. But that's not the point of this story. He had a bag of fun-sized candy bars, and there were. It seemed to be about 75%. Whatever you just said. What's
Three Musketeers.
Three Musketeers. And I'm digging through it, looking for. There's got to be something else in here. And
So he'd already picked through the other stuff. That was what was left behind.
yes,
Yeah.
it's the leftover.
I think a lot of people think it's kind of boring,
Mm-hmm.
but I just think it's
just love it.
creamy chocolate. So
Huh.
good.
You think there is something in your past? There was some. You were walking through the park with your dad, and it was this beautiful day. And to cap it off, he bought you a Three Musketeers, and so there's this like psychological thing in your brain that makes it better than it actually
could
is.
be. Like I definitely remember being in the checkout lane with my mom, not the park memory so much, but getting to pick out a candy bar like after grocery shopping. And I remember picking that one, but I don't remember why. If anything, I remember picking, like sometimes I'd pick Twix because you got two,
kind of
inside there. But I don't know.
Well, anyway, that'd be fun to get you in a psychiatrist's office and really get to the bottom of
Wouldn't
that.
it? Wouldn't that be fun? What are you here to see me about? Well, I really need to know.
For some reason, I like this boring candy
Everything
bar.
else I like is chocked full of toppings and things, but not my candy. Okay. That was my number one, Three Musketeers.
Smooth oiled machine here. Segment 2, a candy quiz.
Candy quiz.
Candy quiz. So this is, isn't there, I was going to make a candy
Lollipop, boo,
candy joke.
Lollipop.
Candy Crush.
Oh.
Imagine I said a really funny joke about Candy Crush.
Oh, man, that was a good one.
Amber, who are we playing this quiz for?
We're going to play this quiz for Kathy Spalding.
Oh, that's great. Kathy, I think you are in luck because Amber knows her candy.
Yes, I do.
So, Amber, I've got, how many questions? Looks like, I tried to do odd numbers of questions, but this time I have 8 questions. And so so you have to get
5.
You have to get 5 correct.
Okay.
I guess. We'll go that way. All right, Amber, what is question number 1?
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What is the most popular Halloween candy in the U.S.? Snickers, Skittles, or M&M's?
Ooh. Who, I wonder, is judging the popularity?
A website that I found this information on.
But I mean, based on what people want to buy, based on what kids say they like, based on... So think...
this is, imagine this is the most sold candy or something like that. It's the most candy sold for Halloween baskets.
Man, I think kids are more likely to like M&M's, but I'm going to go Snickers. Snickers.
Oh, Amber, incorrect. It was Skittles.
No way. I never would have picked that.
Snickers number 3, M&M's number 2, Skittles number 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Never would have picked that.
Well,
Skittles is not my favorite.
Okay.
With or without the green apple.
I'm going to put an X on that one.
All right.
The creator of cotton candy had what full-time job?
Oh, man. First of all, I just want to say thank you to whoever
Thank
created
you.
cotton candy.
Thank you,
love
Cotton
it.
Candy Man. We'll learn your name in a second.
This
Won't be a giveaway. His name was William Morrison.
You thought that wasn't a giveaway.
No.
Is it a multiple choice?
Multiple
because
choice.
this is tricky.
Yeah. Was he a pediatrician,
Okay.
a dentist, a veterinarian, or a dietitian?
Cotton candy. I thought you were going to say like a Q-tip manufacturer or something, and he figured out how to weave cotton
Kept
out of
eating
food.
these Q-tips
No,
and-
because you're making cotton, and then you'd make it into food.
Okay.
None of those jobs make sense.
But one of them is true.
You know, going back to Weight Watchers, which I haven't done for a while, cotton candy is very low point, so I'm going to say the dietitian or the nutritionist.
Amber, I am sorry. That is not correct. It was a dentist. You wouldn't expect a dentist to be responsible for helping to pioneer a new type of candy, although maybe he was hoping it would drum up some cavity-related business.
That's a good one.
In 1897, dentist William Morrison partnered with the confectioner John C. Wharton to devise a machine that used centrifugal force to turn sugar into cotton-like strands. The result was cotton candy, but that name didn't come until the 1920s. Morrison and Wharton called their treat fairy floss.
Oh, I have heard it called candy floss, which would make sense. Fairy floss.
Fairy floss
Wow.
until the 1920s. So, yeah, a dentist came up with that.
Let me tell you what, pink cotton candy, that is delicious.
I haven't eaten a lot of that cotton candy. Okay, Amber. It's a good one.
So far, I'm 0 for 2.
Yeah, you're not doing great. How many licks of a licking machine does it take to actually reach the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Ooh, there's an owl. You can never know because you just keep biting it before you get to the middle.
That's true. That's
So
why they had
somebody
to create.
tested it.
No, they had to create a licking
machine.
machine.
So dumb.
All right, this is also.
There's multiple choice. That's
okay.
good.
A lot of numbers here. I'm
Okay.
not sure this is going to work well. Okay, was it 267 to 340 licks?
Wow.
Was it 364 to 411 licks?
Wow.
Was it 452 to 543
Why
licks?
do they have such a giant span? Okay.
Or was it 590 to 651 licks?
Well, I was going to say 84, so I'm way low. What's the lowest one?
267 to 340.
I guess I'll do that.
Incorrect.
Man.
Amber, it's 364 to 411 licks.
Wow.
That's how many it takes. I did read that human licks, it's actually less, but the licking machine is...
It's 84.
No, it's not 84. It's just less than that one. But you...
Of course you can't make a licking machine that has the same warmth and saliva volume as a human mouth.
Beg to disagree. Okay.
Okay.
Number 4. Amber, you need to...
I know.
Turn it. I thought this was like going to be right up your alley.
You thought for sure I would know how many licks it took and who developed candy floss.
In the movie E.T., you're familiar with this movie?
I am.
Okay. Steven Spielberg was originally going to have Elliot use M&Ms to entice E.T., but the Hershey Company offered him $1 million to use which candy?
Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
They didn't want to scare away the alien with a flavorful candy, so they gave him those bland, fake peanut butter candy nibs.
Hey, Amber, I'm going to give you a big smiley face on that one because you got it right.
I did. I didn't even need a multiple choice.
All right. Well, I think you're going to get this one, too.
Okay.
Based on criteria including flavor, acidity, bitterness, and sweetness,
okay,
wine experts recommend pairing Whoppers with what wine?
Ooh.
A, Cabernet Sauvignon. B, Sherry. C, Zinfandel.
That's it? There's only 3 choices?
There's only 3 choices on this one.
Is sherry a wine? I don't think I've ever had sherry. I don't care for Zinfandel, but I feel like you want to pair dark chocolate with the first one, Cabernet. And that's not dark chocolate. I'm going to say Zinfandel.
Amber, I'm sorry. The experts say you pair it with Cab.
Oh. I do like a Whopper.
Do you?
It's the thing is, the first time you eat one, and it's like, it's not great. You eat like 16, and like, oh, this tastes kind of good. And then you just want to keep eating it. It's one of those things that builds on itself, like a cheese puff.
Oh. All right. Well, Amber, I'm sorry that you're not doing great on this quiz, but I think you're having fun.
I am.
If I look across the table.
I am.
Your eyes are bright.
Good.
Number 6. You need to get all these.
Yes, I do.
Well, this one should be a gimme. Pfefferminz.
Oh, boy.
Pfefferminz is the German word from which we got what popular candy?
Ooh.
A, peppermint patties. B, Pez. C, candy canes. Or D, gummy bears.
Man, as soon as you said peppermint, I thought peppermint. I don't know why. There's peppermint patties,
Pez, candy canes, gummy bears.
Oh, it feels more like a candy cane. Look at that. Look at that little striped peppermint on the tree.
Pfefferminz.
I'm going to go with my original guess of peppermint patties.
Oh, Amber, so close. Pfefferminz is the German word for peppermint.
Yeah.
But
candy canes are made of peppermint.
That's also true, but this is Pez.
It's not really the word for peppermint, is it?
It is.
It is? That doesn't make any sense.
But the candy, they used to make peppermint Pez's.
Oh, no.
Whoosh. Boy.
That was really
Well,
funny.
you're not going to win.
No.
Sorry, Kathy.
We'll just play for fun.
The next quiz we'll try again.
Yeah.
Keep listening. Okay.
What would you do for a pfefferminz? No, that's a York.
So
York
Pez,
peppermint.
I got a
Klondike bar.
little
Never
information
mind.
here for
Okay.
you, Amber.
Mm-hmm.
Invented by anti-smoking advocate Edward Haas III, Pez were originally marketed as mints to help smokers kick the habit.
Oh.
The candy's slogan in the 1920s, smoking prohibited, pezzing allowed.
Pezzing.
So.
Did they have a weird little Tweety bird heads to lift up to get the Pez out?
They changed those. They added the funny heads into the dispensers later to appeal to kids.
After kids started smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 7. How many fun-sized Halloween candy bars would poison a 180-pound person?
Poison a person? I thought you were going to say dog.
Person. A, 122. So imagine you ate this many, you would die from poisoning.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. A, 122. B, 202. C, 262, D, 352?
262, Alex.
That is correct. They said, according to the American Chemical Society, eating 262 fun-sized Halloween candy bars would poison a 180-pound person.
Huh.
But don't worry about death by candy. You'd vomit before you'd be able to down that many candy bars in one
That does make sense. That does make sense. And I knew that was the answer because I've already eaten 202. I'm just kidding. I have not. I have not eaten 202. But yikes.
So this one I'm excited about, Amber. You might know this one. What was the name of the candy bar tie-in released in conjunction with the Twilight New Moon movie?
Ooh.
Was it A, Kindred Spirit Star Bars? B, Forbidden Desire Moon Bars?
Did you make up these questions? These answers?
Well, yes. C, Irrational Love Celestial Bar? Or Heart's Desire Sky Bar? So one of those is a real candy bar.
What was number 2?
Forbidden Desire Moon Bar.
I mean, none of those sound like real candy.
Well,
None of those even sound like they have anything to do with Twilight, except there's one called New Moon. Well, can you please read them all real quickly again?
Kindred Spirit Star Bar. Because remember how they were kindred spirits?
Were they, though? Okay.
Forbidden Desire Moon Bar.
I mean, that's obvious.
Irrational Love Celestial Bar.
I don't feel like Twilight franchise would sign off on that one.
Or Heart's Desire Sky Bar.
I mean, but why Sky? Heart's Desire. I'm going the Moon. Moon Bar.
Amber, I am sorry. It is Heart's Desire Sky Bar.
Why Sky?
I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense.
What does true love? I mean, they got a little information here.
Oh.
So I these are all based on information I found. I just created questions around the information.
You're so good at that. You're very good at that.
What does true love between a self-loathing emo vampire and a personality-less teenage girl taste like? A cranberry cream egg, apparently. This Sky Bar is milk chocolate and filled with a goopy, sugary goo inside. The cream filling is devoid of any flavor but cloying sweetness, which makes it, in a sense, the perfect Twilight tie-in.
Well, I do like that description, and I do like a Cadbury egg. So I would probably eat that. But why Sky Bar? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. It was very, very strange.
That was the end of the quiz?
That was the end of the quiz. Amber, I'm sorry. You failed.
Sorry about that, Gabby.
But we all had a great time playing along.
It was fun. It was fun. And if all quizzes are easy, then what's the point?
That's exactly it. That's what they say.
Well, we want to thank you guys for joining us for this fun size episode. We would love to hear from you. Let us know what your favorite candy is. You can leave us feedback on our episode links that we post on Twitter or Facebook. You can comment in general on our pages, which are Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at SegmentsCast, or you can send us an email, segments@gmail.com.
Yes, and you can look us up and subscribe on your podcast player of choice. We are everywhere that you can find podcasts, and we would love it if you guys share the show with others. If somebody else would be interested in our take on Almond Joy, just send them a link to this episode.
Maybe you're on a road trip with somebody for the holidays, and you want something that is family-friendly that everybody can listen to.
Oh.
But on a segment.
Yeah, because we have edited out all the swears.
Yes.
So, which is great. So the only way new people find out about the show is through you guys, so we would love it if you would share that. Thanks to Emma for the logo and the graphics. If you want her to draw you something, she is taking commissions at of Hauntings on the Twitters.
And thank you to EDM Samurai for our intro and outro music. You can find him on SoundCloud at EDM Samurai.
Awesome. And let us know what your favorite candies are.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's what's making me hammer.